Water is the foundation of life, yet most of us have been drinking it the wrong way for decades without realizing it. Especially after 50, your body changes how it processes water, and one simple mistake could quietly drain your energy, disrupt your sleep, and even affect your heart and kidneys. In this video, we'll reveal 9 essential water drinking habits inspired by a renowned Russian doctor, Dr. Fyodor Grigorovich, who lived past 100 and swore by these simple, science-backed routines. If you've ever felt tired even after sleeping, noticed your digestion slowing down, or wondered why you still feel sluggish despite drinking plenty of water, this video is for you. Follow along, because just a few small changes in your daily water routine could completely transform your health in as little as 7 days. Meet Eleanor, a 72-year-old retired school teacher from Ohio. She always believed she was doing the right thing, staying active, drinking her 8 glasses of water a day, and cutting back on sugar. But over time, she began to notice something was off. Her legs cramped at night, her mornings felt sluggish, her digestion wasn't as smooth as it used to be. Despite drinking enough water, she still felt tired, foggy, and uncomfortable. That all changed when she stumbled upon the timeless water drinking habits of Dr. Helen Markovic, a beloved Russian geriatric doctor known for living well past 100. Her advice was simple and surprisingly powerful. In the next few minutes, we'll walk through 9 life-changing secrets that Eleanor followed. Secrets backed by modern science and gentle enough for anyone over 60 to try safely. And for Eleanor, it all began with just one simple change, the very first thing she did each morning. Because according to Dr. Markovic, how you start your day can quietly shape everything that comes after. Let's take a closer look at the first habit she shared. One that might seem small, but has the power to reset your body from the moment you wake up. Eleanor's mornings used to start like most people's, with a hot cup of coffee and a glance at the headlines. It was a comforting habit, one she had followed for years. But as she entered her 70s, that first sip of coffee didn't seem to do the trick anymore. Her joints felt stiff, her thoughts were foggy, and even after 8 hours of sleep, her body still felt tired. That's when she read about one of the simplest, yet most powerful habits Dr. Helen Markovic had taught her patients for decades. She recommended starting each day with a glass of warm water, before anything else, even before brushing your teeth. You see, during the night while we sleep, our bodies continue working. They repair cells, regulate hormones, and process toxins through the liver and kidneys. But because we're not drinking water while we sleep, we wake up in a state of mild dehydration, whether we feel it or not. According to Dr. Markovic, this is one of the most overlooked causes of morning fatigue. Without enough fluid, your blood becomes thicker, your circulation slows, and your brain has to work harder to stay alert. Even your digestion can suffer throughout the day. Eleanor decided to give it a try. She began leaving a glass of warm water on her nightstand every evening, ready for her to sip as soon as she opened her eyes. On the very first morning, she felt a surprising sense of clarity. After a few days, she noticed she was moving more easily, and her energy didn't dip like it used to around mid-morning. This habit might seem too simple to matter, but the science backs it up. Hydrating first thing helps flush out toxins your liver filtered overnight. It stimulates bowel movements, supports kidney function, and even prepares your stomach to digest breakfast more efficiently. If you're someone who wakes up feeling groggy, sluggish, or achy, ask yourself, what's the first thing you put into your body every morning? Could it be that your body's been asking for water all along and not caffeine? Try it tomorrow. A plain glass of warm or room temperature water, nothing fancy. If you'd like, add a slice of lemon for a gentle boost. Or try a splash of mineral water for natural electrolytes. And if you're already doing this, we'd love to know. Has it made a difference for you? If not, this just might be the easiest health habit you've ever added to your morning. After all, healing doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it starts with a single sip. After just a few mornings of starting her day with water, Eleanor felt a subtle but beautiful shift. It wasn't dramatic, not the kind of change you'd notice in a mirror. But inside, her body felt calmer, more balanced. Her mornings were no longer a struggle to push through. They started to flow. Curious to take things further, she revisited Dr. Markovic's notes and found something unexpected. Something many of us have never been taught. It wasn't just about drinking enough water. It was about when we drink it. You see, our bodies follow a natural rhythm, a kind of internal clock known as the circadian rhythm. It gently guides our hormones, our organ functions, even our body temperature, hour by hour, day by day. And according to Dr. Markovic, when we drink water in sync with that rhythm, we can support energy, digestion, and even cellular repair more effectively. Eleanor had never thought about timing her water before, but when she began aligning her sips with her body's natural cycles, something changed. Her energy felt more stable, her mood stayed brighter throughout the afternoon, and she stopped getting that familiar midday crash. So what does this rhythm look like in daily life? Between 7 and 8 a.m., your liver and kidneys are finishing up their nighttime work. This is the perfect time to drink a full glass of water to help flush toxins, awaken the digestive system, and gently start the day. Around 10 to 11 a.m., when your mental focus is at its peak, a medium glass helps improve circulation and keeps your brain hydrated, supporting clarity and memory. By 2 to 3 p.m., after lunch, your body is using energy to digest and rebuild. A small glass of water at this time aids that process and helps prevent sluggishness. In the late afternoon, around 5 to 6 p.m., another small glass helps regulate blood pressure and supports your heart and circulation as the day winds down. And after 8 p.m., only drink water if you're truly thirsty. Too much at night might disturb your sleep or lead to frequent trips to the bathroom, something Eleanor was all too familiar with before adjusting her habits. Now let me ask you, have you ever noticed that some parts of the day, water feels more refreshing? That your body sometimes craves it without you even realizing why? That's your rhythm talking to you. What if tomorrow, instead of only focusing on how much you drink, you started paying attention to when you drink? Just this small shift could help you feel more in sync, more energized, and more at ease throughout the day. If you're open to trying this, perhaps jot down a simple water schedule for yourself tonight. Nothing rigid, just gentle reminders. And as always, we'd love to hear how it works for you. After all, listening to your body is one of the kindest things you can do. As Eleanor continued exploring the wisdom of Dr. Markovic, she began to realize that even the smallest shifts in timing could make a world of difference. That brought her to the next habit, one that's often overlooked, but deeply important. You see, many of us grew up hearing the phrase, "Drink plenty of water with your meals." It sounds reasonable. After all, water is good, right? But according to both Dr. Markovic and modern digestive health experts, the timing of your water matters just as much as the amount. When you drink large amounts of water during a meal, especially all at once, it can dilute the natural acids in your stomach. These acids are vital for breaking down food, absorbing nutrients, and keeping your digestive system running smoothly. If they're weakened, food stays longer in the stomach, and that can lead to discomfort, bloating, and that heavy feeling many of us know too well. Eleanor's friend Linda, who's 70 and has always been mindful about her diet, used to drink 2 full glasses of water with lunch. She thought it helped her feel full and digest better. But after each meal, she often felt tightness in her chest, a dull pressure beneath her ribs, sometimes even a burning sensation that crept up at night. After hearing about this habit from Eleanor, she made one small change. She drank a glass of water 30 minutes before eating and just took a small sip or two during her meal if needed. Within a week, her bloating was gone. Her food digested more easily. And for the first time in years, she could go to bed without that uncomfortable reflux. Science supports this shift. Drinking water before a meal helps hydrate the stomach lining, prepares digestive enzymes, and even helps signal satiety so you don't overeat. But drinking too much during a meal can slow digestion and dilute those helpful enzymes. So, how do you apply this gently in your day-to-day life? Start by having a glass of water about 20 to 30 minutes before your next meal. Let your body settle. When you sit down to eat, focus on your food, your company, your breath. If you feel thirsty during the meal, a few small sips are perfectly fine, just enough to feel comfortable. And after your meal, wait about 45 minutes to an hour before drinking again, to allow your stomach to process the food without interference. Have you ever felt uncomfortably full or bloated after a meal, even when you didn't eat too much? It might not be what you're eating. It might be when you're drinking. Try this little change for a few days and notice how your body responds. If it feels easier, lighter, more comfortable, that's your body's way of saying thank you. And if you've already been doing this, feel free to share your experience in the comments. You never know who might need to hear it. As Eleanor became more mindful of how she drank water, not just when, she noticed something else. Some days, She would remember to hydrate in the morning, maybe once more in the afternoon, and then realize by dinner that she hadn't had another sip in hours. On other days, she'd gulp down a full glass in one go, trying to catch up. But what Dr. Helen Markovic emphasized, and what kidney specialists continue to affirm today, is that how we drink water throughout the day matters just as much as how much. According to Dr. Sarah Lee, a leading nephrologist, your kidneys are like finely tuned filters. She explains, they can only process a small amount of water at a time. When we drink too much at once, the excess gets flushed out quickly, often before your body has had a chance to really use it. In contrast, when you sip water slowly and consistently, your body has time to absorb it. Your cells stay hydrated longer. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard, and your kidneys filter more efficiently without being overwhelmed. Eleanor started carrying a small water bottle with her, just 500 milliliters, and every 30 minutes or so, she would take a few gentle sips. Not too much, not too little. It became a quiet rhythm in her day, almost like a reminder to pause and take care of herself. She no longer felt the need to chug a whole glass late in the afternoon. Instead, she felt hydrated, clear-headed, and surprisingly calm, all from something so simple. Now let me ask you, how often do you drink water throughout your day? Do you sip it gently, or do you wait until you're really thirsty and then drink all at once? If you're often forgetting to hydrate, try this. Keep a small bottle by your side. Set a soft timer, or simply connect it to a routine you already do, like after each bathroom break or whenever you check your phone. These small habits might seem insignificant, but over time, they can completely change how you feel. And if you found this tip helpful, why not share it with someone you care about? Maybe a friend or a loved one who could use a gentle reminder to take better care of themselves. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Do you sip or gulp? Has this been a habit for you? Or something new you're ready to try? And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. It's a simple way to stay connected and to keep receiving helpful, heart-centered health tips just like this one. As Eleanor settled into her new rhythm of hydration, she shared what she had learned with an old friend, Harold, a retired park ranger in his late 60s who still enjoyed his early morning walks. For months, Harold had been noticing a pattern. He'd lace up his shoes and head outside just after sunrise, but not even 10 minutes in, his legs would begin to cramp. Sometimes it was his calves, sometimes his thighs. Either way, he'd end up cutting the walk short, frustrated and wondering if age was finally catching up with him. But what Harold didn't realize was that his body wasn't failing him. It was simply thirsty before it moved. Dr. Helen Markovic, like many sports medicine experts today, taught that hydrating before physical activity isn't just for athletes. It's essential for everyone, especially as we age. Our bodies have less water to begin with, our muscle tissues are more prone to strain, and our ability to regulate electrolytes naturally declines over time. When you drink a small glass of water 20 to 30 minutes before exercise, whether it's a brisk walk, light gardening, or even gentle stretching, you give your muscles the support they need. Water helps carry oxygen to your tissues, prevents cramping, and cushions your joints. It also helps maintain the balance of sodium and potassium, which is key to staying energized and avoiding fatigue. Harold took the advice to heart. The next morning, before heading out, he drank half a glass of water. Not too cold, just cool enough to feel refreshing. By the time he reached the second block, something felt different. His legs moved more freely. His pace quickened without effort. And by the time he returned home, there was no tightness, no soreness, just a quiet sense of accomplishment. So let me ask you, do you usually drink water before you move your body, or do you wait until you're already tired and thirsty? Tomorrow morning, before your walk or morning stretches, try having a small glass of water. Nothing complicated, just a quiet act of support for your body, then see how you feel. And if this small tip helps you, consider giving this video a gentle like, or better yet, share it with a friend who's also trying to stay active and well. You can also leave a comment and let us know, what kind of movement brings you joy these days? And how has hydration helped? If you haven't subscribed yet, now might be a good time. We're building a community of kind, thoughtful people, just like you, who believe it's never too late to feel better, one habit at a time. After noticing how much better his morning walks felt with just a little water beforehand, Harold began paying closer attention to other hydration habits he'd never questioned before. That's when Eleanor shared something Dr. Markovic had emphasized again and again. Not all water is created equal, especially when it comes to temperature. Most of us, especially in warm weather or after activity, instinctively reach for a glass of cold water. It feels refreshing, even comforting. But here's what many people don't realize. Very cold water can actually put stress on the body, particularly in adults over 60. When you drink ice-cold water, it can cause your blood vessels, especially in your stomach and intestines, to constrict. This makes it harder for your body to circulate blood efficiently and slows down digestion. For people who already deal with slower metabolism, indigestion, or circulation issues, this subtle stress can build over time. Dr. Markovic often recommended choosing water that is room temperature or slightly warm, especially around meal times or in the early morning. Warm water relaxes your system. It gently stimulates digestion, and it encourages smooth circulation, all without that internal shock cold water can create. Eleanor remembered the difference clearly. One summer, she was constantly reaching for cold drinks, thinking they were helping her stay cool. But after switching to room temperature water for a week, she noticed her meals felt lighter, her stomach less bloated, and her energy more stable throughout the afternoon. You might be wondering, do you often drink your water chilled? If so, how does your body respond? Is it really refreshing, or is it more of a habit that you've never questioned? Try this simple shift today. Just let your water sit a few minutes before drinking, or choose warm water in the morning or with meals. Notice how it feels, especially in your stomach, your breathing, your overall comfort. And if you've already made this change, we'd love to hear what differences you've experienced. Let us know in the comments. You might encourage someone else to give it a try. If this insight was helpful to you, a quiet thumbs up goes a long way. And feel free to share it with someone who always keeps ice in their glass. They just might thank you later. And of course, if you're enjoying these gentle reminders and thoughtful tips, don't forget to subscribe. There's more to come, and you won't want to miss the next secret. As Eleanor's awareness around hydration grew, she began thinking more carefully about what kind of water she was actually drinking. Not just when or how much, but the quality of the water itself. It was something Dr. Helen Markovic had spoken about often, and something many of us don't give much thought to. After all, water is water, or is it? According to registered dietitian Susan Myers, the type of water we consume can affect how well our body absorbs minerals, maintains electrolyte balance, and even supports our immune system. She explains, filtered or mineral water provides essential electrolytes like magnesium and calcium, minerals that are especially important as we age. These trace minerals support nerve function, bone health, muscle activity, and even heart rhythm. And yet, many older adults unknowingly drink water that's been overly processed, stripped of its natural benefits, or worse, contaminated. Some tap water, depending on where you live, may contain excess chlorine, heavy metals like lead, or microbial residues. For someone younger, this might not cause immediate symptoms. But for someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, whose organs are working a little harder, those same substances can create low-grade inflammation and place added burden on the liver and kidneys. Eleanor had grown up on tap water and never questioned it, but after reading Dr. Markovic's notes, she invested in a simple home water filter. It wasn't fancy, just enough to remove the most common contaminants. And within weeks, she noticed her skin felt less dry, her digestion smoother, and her energy more steady throughout the day. So here's a gentle question for you. Have you ever checked the water quality in your area? Do you know what's really coming out of your tap? If you're unsure, consider getting a basic water test kit. They're inexpensive and easy to use. Or look up your local water report online. And if you can, try switching to filtered or natural spring water for a week. See how your body responds. Remember, hydration isn't just about quantity, it's about quality. And your body, especially now, deserves the cleanest, most nourishing water possible. If this tip resonates with you, feel free to share it with a neighbor or a loved one. It might just be the reminder they didn't know they needed. And we'd love to hear from you. Have you made a change in the water you drink? What have you noticed? Drop a comment below, and if you found this video helpful so far, give it a quiet like. It tells us you're here and that these messages matter. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. It's one small click, but it helps us keep bringing thoughtful, gentle health guidance straight to you. As Eleanor settled into her evening routine, there was one last piece of advice from Dr. Markovic that stayed with her. A simple but powerful practice that helped her end the day with care. She had always believed that drinking water too close to bedtime would keep her up at night, and for good reason. Waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. to use the bathroom had become a frustrating routine. But Dr. Markovic had offered a gentle solution. She explained that drinking a small glass of water about an hour before bed, not right before, could actually support the body in deeper, more restorative sleep. You see, during the night, your liver and kidneys don't stop working. In fact, some of their most important detoxifying and balancing functions happen while you rest. But if you go to sleep slightly dehydrated, something that happens more easily as we age, those organs have to work harder. Your blood thickens slightly, your tissues dry out, and you may wake up feeling groggy, stiff, or unusually fatigued. By giving your body just a little water ahead of time, you offer gentle support for these systems. It helps your cells repair, it keeps your joints from feeling stiff, and it even improves how refreshed you feel when the morning comes. Eleanor began sipping a small glass of room temperature water about an hour before bed. Never too much, just enough. Within days, her sleep felt more restful. She still avoided drinking right before lying down, which helped her avoid those late-night bathroom trips. But that one small cup became a quiet ritual of self-care. Have you ever wondered why you sometimes wake up tired, even after what should be a full night's sleep? Could it be that your body simply needed a little more support as the day ended? If this idea feels helpful, try it tonight. Pour a small glass of water, set it aside, and enjoy it slowly about an hour before you turn in. See how you feel in the morning. And if you've already tried this, or if you have your own nighttime hydration routine, we'd love to hear about it in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs. And if this moment of reflection brought you value, you can show your support with a like, or share this video with someone you care about. And if you haven't yet subscribed, we'd be honored to have you join this growing circle of people learning how to age with grace, strength, and kindness. By now, Eleanor had embraced a new way of thinking about water, not just as a habit, but as a quiet act of care. And as she grew more in tune with her body, she found herself asking a simple but important question. How much water is really right for me? It turns out there's a science-backed way to find that answer. Dr. Markovic often used a simple formula with her older patients to help personalize their hydration. Multiply your weight in kilograms by 30 to 40 milliliters. That gives you a daily range tailored just for you. For example, if you weigh around 60 kilograms, that's about 132 pounds, you'd aim for 1.8 to 2.4 liters of water per day. It's not a strict rule, but rather a flexible guide that honors your body's size, metabolism, and activity level. But there's more to it than numbers. As we get older, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. We may not feel thirsty even when our body needs water. And if we're less physically active, as many older adults are, we don't need to drink as much at once. Instead, the key is consistency. Small, steady sips throughout the day. Eleanor found that when she followed this gentle approach, listening to her body, sipping instead of chugging, and staying within her personal range, she felt balanced, energized, and light in her body. So, how about you? Have you ever thought about adjusting your water intake based on your own weight and daily needs? If you're curious, try doing a quick calculation today. It's simple, and it might help you notice just how much more in tune with your body you can become. And if you found this tip useful, let us know in the comments. Every experience shared helps someone else feel less alone on their journey. You can also support this channel with a like or by sharing this video with someone who might benefit from it. And if you haven't already, we'd love for you to subscribe so you never miss a gentle, science-backed reminder to take better care of yourself. After just 1 week of following these 9 simple but powerful habits, Eleanor began to feel something she hadn't felt in years. A quiet sense of balance returning to her life. Her sleep was deeper, more restful. She no longer woke up feeling tired or foggy. Her blood pressure, which used to fluctuate throughout the day, began to settle into a steady rhythm. Her digestion improved, and even her short walks around the neighborhood felt easier. No more heavy legs or shortness of breath. It wasn't a miracle. It was just water, used wisely, gently, with care. And perhaps most beautiful of all, Eleanor felt more connected to her own body. She wasn't guessing anymore. She was listening. How would you feel if you gave your body this same kind of attention for the next 7 days? And so, friend, here we are, at the end of a gentle but powerful journey. Together, we've walked through 9 simple habits that transformed Eleanor's health, and could very well transform yours. From sipping a warm glass of water in the morning, to staying in rhythm with your body's natural clock, to choosing water that's clean, mineral-rich, and just the right temperature. None of these are hard, but each one carries weight when done with care and intention. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. As we get older, our bodies speak more softly, but they still speak. And when we begin to listen, even through something as humble as a glass of water, we reconnect with energy, clarity, and ease we thought we had lost. So here's my invitation to you. Try these small changes for just 7 days. Just 7. Sip mindfully, hydrate with purpose, and watch what happens. And if this video felt helpful or even just comforting, would you take a moment to give it a gentle like? Maybe share it with a friend or a loved one who might need it. Someone who's been feeling tired, or someone who deserves a little reminder that it's never too late to feel better. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What tip are you most excited to try? What changes have you noticed? And if you haven't subscribed yet, this might be the perfect time. Go ahead and tap that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on the bell, so you'll be the first to know when a new story, a new idea, or a new spark of motivation is waiting for you here. Because this isn't just a channel. It's a place for people like us, who still believe that health at any age begins with kindness, and one simple sip at a time. Take care. We'll see you in the next video. Okay.